It's Madden NFL 24, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Cards and the Bills. All that and more coming up next.
We are about 15 miles south of downtown Buffalo at Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Arizona Cardinals taking on the Buffalo Bills. Charles Davis on hand, and this is a game where the defenses, they need to be on their toes because you got quarterbacks here, yes, that can throw the football, but they could also run it very well too.
Mobile quarterbacks. Remember, for the longest time, they used to tell the quarterbacks, stay in the pocket. We don't want you outside of it at all. Nowadays, that mobility, truly an asset, and people are game planning for it. As a scout told me recently, we are actually working with what the colleges are giving us nowadays.
And we are underway in Buffalo. Now Greg Dortch going to bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Cardinals now getting set to go offensively, and it'll be the dual-threat quarterback Kyler Murray leading the way.
Drafted with the idea that he'd be one of the most dangerous quarterbacks in the NFL when he put it all together. We've been seeing that progress throughout his career. This guy's legs, we knew they were phenomenal. Arm, top-notch. But now we're seeing his mind come into the game. Reed's defense is better and better each and every week, and is showing patience as a passer as well. Not as eager to exit the pocket, finding guys downfield for bigger plays.
First carry for James Conner. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. Here's Murray. Got his man, it's Dortch. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Murray now on first down. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Second and 10. Murray now. Short one here, caught by McBride. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Here's 2nd and 10. Murray to air it out again. A short one here, caught by McBride. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice, sustained series to begin the game, and it will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
Throwing on first down is Murray. Pass to the right, and he's got McBride. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his third completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And the top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
A bad false start penalty there. Now 2nd and 6. To throw is Murray. That pass completed to Dortch. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Murray going to throw. This is caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Connor is in. Touchdown, Arizona. So the toss play effective, even down here near the goal line.
Yeah, and you're hoping the defense can miss too many men to stop the run in the middle of the field and that your blockers can gain a little bit of an advantage. And when they do, foot race to the pylon, and this time, he had the speed to win that race.
Now Matt Prater for the point after. And the Cardinals will go up 7-0. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it was a touchdown run by James Conner that was the exclamation mark. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Well, the Buffalo offense coming out, and it is Josh Allen who is at the helm.
And in this league, there are many quarterbacks who have their most success running the ball, while there are others who have big arms. There aren't too many guys who can do both, and at the end of many games, this guy leads his team not just in passing, but in rushing as well.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, you know they had a third down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
Allen now on first down. Incomplete, right side to Cook. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A big play here for Buffalo. An even 50 yards.
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game, and they hit that one there for big yardage.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Cook. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second in just about a few inches here.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. James Cook taking it in from a yard out. And the Bills respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And a touchback as Dortch elects not to return it. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. Murray now on first down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On second down, Connor looking for space. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33. They need 2. Here's third down. To throw, it's Murray. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
First down, Murray. Goes right back to McBride. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down. Now Murray. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. So from the 37, here's second down and 1. Murray a give. This is Connor. Yeah, maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Wilson. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Second down and a yard. Murray now to throw. Got his man out of the slot, complete. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Third catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a 1st down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
On 1st and goal, they'll try the option left. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down.
Not a whole lot there after the penalty, but remember, it was 1st and 5, not 1st and 10, so now they can keep grinding out 1st downs, and good things can happen for them. Just 2nd and short coming up.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Throwing now is Murray. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Kyler Murray taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Cardinals have taken the lead. So a quarterback scramble, certainly a pass play, but he saw something, tucked it, and got in the end zone.
A lot of quarterbacks, when they scramble, they're scrambling to create more time to throw the ball downfield. In this situation, as you noted, he tucked it and took off. Great play by him.
Extra point good by Prater, and that makes the score 14-7. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And the play that polished it off was the touchdown run by Kyler Murray. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you've just watched your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
They run again on 1st down, Cook. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain could look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. So the shotgun snap to Allen. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
So now on 4th down, Sam Martin on to punt for Buffalo. Greg George deep for Arizona. A good kick, 49 yards, just 3 on the return. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. With the football back in the hands of the Arizona Cardinals. So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there is never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Murray. Over the middle, complete. That's Wilson. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Murray. A short one here, caught by McBride. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. Here's Blake Gillikin now. Fielded at the 20. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Buffalo set to get the football back here. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at about the 32. Rifles one, and it's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy Bunting. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
After the turnover, here's Murray. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And the corner blitz gets him that time as he goes down for a short loss.
Well, how about that? The defense's first sack. It doesn't come from one of the usual suspects. It comes from the secondary.
Yeah, I think they caught the quarterback off guard a little bit because he wasn't able to account for the possibility of that blitz and change the blocking assignments. He comes through and puts him on the ground.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Whenever I see an in-route dropped, as we just saw on that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down.
This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
Now Allen throwing on 2nd down. His throw incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down. Throwing now is Allen.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Allen.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field.
And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10 is Connor. And a short gain down to about the 33.
Tackled by A.J. Epinesa.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a 1st down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9.
Here's Murray. Out to the right here to Wilson.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
14 yards that time for number 14.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked.
That's Matt Milano firing in from his linebacker position. Remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. From the gun, Murray. And his throw's going to be incomplete. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. Murray now.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
And we've got movement by one of the big boys up front for Arizona. Flag comes in.
And that flag accepted.
And they'll try again here, 1st and goal after the false start. Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Connor. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 3 on the gain there, 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Connor. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal. To throw is Murray. Eluding the... And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Gregory Rousseau
in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down.
I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly, and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
4th down, Murray off, and the Cards field goal unit and Matt Prater out there now.
That's just 32 yards officially from the right hash. Prater's kick is good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7.
Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up. You ready to roll?
Prater now will send it away following the made field goal. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
Buffalo offense back out ready to go.
And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now Allen. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Kaiser White. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
They'll fake it to Connor. Now Murray. A quick throw there is incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Murray going to throw. That pass completed to Dortch. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Connor. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dip stuffing that one short of a 1st down.
Well, we got beefeaters licking their chops and tasty dish in one fell swoop.
I did apologize in advance, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. That line's not eating tofu, I'll tell you that much for free. That is caught. He will have the conversion and more than that. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
I didn't like the play call. I loved it. Running situation for sure on 4th and short. They got the defense to commit too many men in the box to stop the run and have the guts to go for the pass instead. And as a result, they're set up 1st and goal.
They'll run here with Connor. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. James Conner with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
Prater for the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with, some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting at 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They run the counter with Cook. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Call fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit.
Well, there's no disputing. He's made some poor throws in this first half, but this was a good one. And you can bet this is an offense that isn't going to pull back. They believe in what he can do. So all you can do is look forward, and they pick up a 1st down.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Now 2nd and 5. Allen off the play fake. And Cook has it, left side. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Allen. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
So on 4th down, off goes Allen. On comes Tyler Bass for the Buffalo field goal. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. The kick by Bass is good, and that will close the gap down to 14 as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
So after knocking through the field goal, here's Bass to kick it away. And a touchback as Dortch elects not to return it. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now Murray. Dancing to his left. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a first down.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I like the call. It looked like the right time to dial up a running back screen, but this one got disrupted right from the start and ends up falling incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Murray. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. 18 on that one, and the Cardinals have a first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Shotgun now for Murray. Caught. It's Wilson. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now Murray again. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. Screen pass to Connor. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
And sometimes when you run a screen pass down in the red zone, it's really tough to create a lot of room to operate. The field's pretty condensed. But that was really well designed there, and they're able to pick up a first down.
Now Murray off play action. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Here's Murray. And it'll be intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And the Bills are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Cardinals out in front. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, BG, thanks very much, and welcome one and all to our beautiful new downtown Orlando studios for this EA Sports Halftime Report. We watched the veteran James Conner put together a very solid first half. He had a nose for the end zone as he wound up with 2 touchdowns on the ground in those first 2 quarters.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. Josh Allen leads the offense out for their next possession. And he's got to be wondering what happened in that first half. 3 interceptions, very uncharacteristic.
And even the great ones go through phases like this, like what we just saw. And most of them, they have such a mental capacity to throw it out and essentially start over. I think that's where he's headed now.
He's got his opportunity to throw it out. Let's see how he does. Allen now on first down. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Bilal Nichols gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Throwing on second and long. Allen. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. 2 yards on the pickup there. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on third and long.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. B.J. Ojulari getting in there and dropping him.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Here's Sam Martin now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Now a fair catch called for and made right on the 45-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 46. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Throwing quickly to Wilson.
Touchdown, Cardinals!
Michael Wilson.
54 yards.
And the Cardinals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
And that's a drive that makes everyone happy on that bench because they accomplish exactly what they set out to do. Take care of the football, eat up a little clock, end up in the end zone. Now they've got a cushion. Rest of the game, just help themselves offensively. They help their defense out as well.
Now Prater to add the PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Back now. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game. They're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback. It has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get more possessions.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Beginning this series with a handoff to Cook. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
It'd be hard to say that a defense wouldn't be ready for a first down run. And when you can gain that kind of yardage against a defense that's really kind of geared to stop that play, your confidence has to rise, and now you've actually opened up your playbook. If you want to throw the ball now for play action, you're good to go.
Now Allen throwing on second down. Throws the out route and completes it to Samuel. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Allen now looks to throw. Got it complete to Khalil Shakir. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down.
And you start to think if it's going to happen for these guys, it's got to start with this drive. Down scores, they need to start making some inroads. And that'll help the cause there as they pick up good yardage and a first down.
Left side, Cook. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. 60 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd and 4. They run it again with Cook. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. He can rack up those tackles in bunches in the run game from that middle linebacker spot.
And what he has to do is make sure he congratulates the guys in front and tells them thanks a lot, because as the guy in the middle, the Mike linebacker, you're counting on your front 3, your front 4, your front 5, whatever you've got in front of you to take up all the blocking, allow you to roam and hit, and that's what he did on that play.
A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
The drive will start with Connor fighting through, and he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on second down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Play action. Now it's Murray. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
Murray now on first down. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material. A give running right is Connor. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it. And the Bills are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And, look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
So after the INT, it's Allen. Quick slant to Shakir. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. Trying to escape the shadow of their goalpost. That helped. 10 yards, first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
It's complete to Diggs. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. 14 yards that time for number 14.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll try the middle with Cook. 66 yards rushing for him now to this point. This 2nd and 4. Allen going to throw. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. And he is going to have a Bills first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. Now Allen. It returns it right back to Samuel. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Cook up the gut. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. On the tackle, it was the West Virginia man, Kaiser White. Second and 5. To the air, Allen. Shakir hauls it in. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 24-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. On first down, Allen. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Garrett Williams. And the Cardinals force the turnover They'll take over at their own 27. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner, and with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. He'll start the drive with a give to Connor. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Now that's the way you want to start a drive. Talk about a tone setter as well as a playbook opener. Now if you want to take a big shot over the top, you're all positioned to do so.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here. Again, it's Connor. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Able to get this one to McBride. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Murray a give. This is Connor. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the 1st down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
First down, Murray. Got a man here, it's Wilson. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Buffalo. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. This is Connor running right. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 95 yards rushing now for Connor and a 1st down. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps for these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
To throw is Murray. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Cards up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we haven't been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Extra point good by Prater, and that'll increase their lead to 28. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And here come the Bills.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw, it's Allen. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
The Bills on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now he fires deep for Shakir. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th, and we've seen them do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
Murray now on 1st down. And his throw here's incomplete.
The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, a give to Connor. And he does not get to the first down marker as they stop him at the 19. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
4th down, Murray off, and the Cards field goal unit and Matt Prater out there now.
Prater's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
Prater now will send it away following the made field goal.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Allen setting up the screen for Cook. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
And they've used him in the passing game to great effect so far. And here they get it to him again on the screen, and it turns into a nice positive play.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. Throwing now is Allen. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll run for it. Cook. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room.
And he's going to have a Bills 1st down as good running gets him to about the 44.
Remember, that was 4th and a full 2 yards. There's a big difference between that and 4th and maybe 6 inches or a yard.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because when it's that 6 inches, you just fall forward and you pick it up, right? You just go quarterback sneak. But having to move bodies, that means you actually have to execute because they know what you're going to do. How are you going to make the right play call and get everyone into the right spot and win at the line of scrimmage? That's what they did there.
Now a 2nd and 2.
Here's Allen. Open man is Samuel, complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 38-yard line. Give them 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn them a fresh set of downs. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. And Diggs has it. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a 1st down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants this lead to stay right where it is.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
That incompletion brings us one snap closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook, and he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
They'll come up now 3rd and 9.
Allen off the play fake.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Bills are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Now Allen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo.
Khalil Shakir
From a yard out.
And the Bills get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
First and goal, forget running the football, forget establishing anything. Just put it in the end zone with the pass for a touchdown.
Oh, yeah, I guess that's the definition of catching the defense off guard there. They weren't expecting that.
And that totally goes against type, doesn't it? When you think first and goal from the 1, you're thinking running play.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And a touchback as Dortch elects not to return it. Here's James Conner now as he trots back onto the field. He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
And he's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see a back just got to have a grin on his face every time his number is called, because he doesn't feel like there are going to be any lost yardage plays, nothing but big-time positive runs.
Making the sideline grin as well. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They start with a give to Conner. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. To throw, it's Murray. Oh, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Allen now looks to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The offense on 3rd down, they're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 4. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now Allen again. And his throw is incomplete.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
But sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
Allen will try again on second down. And this is Cook with the ground. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Bills' passing game getting him down the field. They've got another first down.
Well, partner, they've used him quite well out of the backfield in this one. And here's another nice example. They set up the screen, and he's able to pick his way downfield for a nice gain there.
Throwing on first down is Allen. And he couldn't get that one to his man. Short of him, it's low and incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Allen to throw once more. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. To the air, Allen. He's got his target. That's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
Up the middle, it's Cook. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. From the 3, 2nd and a yard. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Bilal Nichols picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Touchdown, Bills! Dawson Knox, a touchdown grab from Josh Allen. And the Bills get a bit closer. Well, it seemed like they were so focused elsewhere, they forgot about the tight end spot, and he's the one that burns him there to make this a 3-score game here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
I think there might be a little bit of defensive fatigue from those guys on that side of the ball, partner, because they've been spending their time trying to stop them from all angles. This time.
And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Cardinals' hands team able to secure the football. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. On 1st and 10 is counter. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the fourth.
Yeah, and what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the first down, that's extra time, extra plays, really hurts the team on defense.
Connor going to get it again on second down. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's third down and inches. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on third down. They'll try and run forward with Connor. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. 129 yards rushing for him now as he's toted it 21 times.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be given a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.